The Queen has lost her husband this year, which was extremely tragic, and he did not have the strength to make it to his 100th birthday. She has also had to bear witness to the humiliation of the royal firm as a whole and of her son Charles at the hands of her favourite grandson, Prince Harry. And this, I imagine, has been incredibly difficult for her to get her head around and to grapple with. So she's had an extremely tough year, like the rest of us, of course. We haven't all lost people, but some of us have been struck down with the COVID, like myself. We've had these unbearable ongoing restrictions. We now have this new variant floating around over here in the UK, and we do not know what that is going to economically be like and how it's going to economically affect us in the future financial year 2022. We just don't know. It just always seems as though as soon as we start to get some kind of rhythm and gain some ground, something else happens and a variant pops up and new restrictions pop up and countries are popping on and off the red lists. And at one point we didn't have a red list. Now we have a red list for a lot of the African countries over here in the UK. And there's just a lot going on, right? So we're living in uncertain, unstable, unpredictable times, to say the least. A greater amount of anxiety, panic, stress, and instability. And for the Queen, who is 95 now, she is old and she is fragile, not just emotionally, but physically. I imagine she's tired, she's drained, and she has really lived her life committed to service and committed to the public and committed to simply doing the job, which is to promote charitable causes, not be self-serving, raise her 4 children, which she has done to the best of her ability, along with her husband when he was here, and to do what any great monarch is meant to do. And it seems as though she seems to have come undone, not directly by her own doing, but indirectly by the actions of others. And someone actually said this to me quite a few years ago, and he was a family friend. And he said, you have to be aware, and he was actually quite mature. He was in his 70s at the time. And he said, you have to be aware of the fact that it's not just your actions that can affect your future, but it's also the actions or the lack of action of others around you that can quite possibly do you a great deal of harm and a lot of damage. So you have to be aware of the people that you surround yourself with and try and ensure that you surround yourself with high quality people to the best of your ability, and look at their characters. Look for people who are of good character. And that has always stuck with me. And when you look at someone like the Queen or someone like Charles and Prince Philip, they have made their mistakes. They have made their misdemeanors. But on a whole, they stuck to their duty. And it seems as though at the final curtain, everything that they have struggled to maintain, i.e. the monarchy and its good standing with the British public and the Commonwealth at large, has been strategically attacked and dismantled piece by piece by the lack of character of the younger members of the firm. And I'm going to talk about Prince A little bit, just a tiny bit. With Prince A, whether he is guilty, not guilty, because I don't want to really get into that because he's not really the topic of this video, but his lack of good judgment, at the least, is the reason as to why he's casting a great aspersion that is extremely negative on the royal family at large. And then we also have Harry's lack of good judgment of character with regards to his wife that has also only added to the continual further damage to the system of the British monarchy, which is affecting everyone. It's affecting the Queen's life work, Charles, William, what he's trying to do with Kate, their children's future, the extended family, the cousins, and everything that goes with it. And this has essentially become a major issue. And the Queen is a strong person. She's a fire sign and she's trying to push through. But how long is she going to last? I'm going to read a little bit of this article because I feel as though I've said a lot of what I really wanted to say, but I'm just going to substantiate it with a little bit more. The mentally disciplined Queen compartmentalizes to cope with heartbreak of losing Prince Philip and Megxit scandal. The monarch, 95, has been blighted with tragedies over the last 12 months, with her husband Prince Philip passing in April and her son Prince A facing questions over his controversial friendship. Along with her health complications, the royal has also faced family fallouts, with grandson Harry moving to Montecito, California with his new wife Meghan, and the reportedly fraught relationship between the prince and his older brother William. Royal biographer Ingrid Stewart told People magazine, "The royal has found her ability to compartmentalize has been extremely helpful in her life thus far. She won't let things crowd in on her. She is mentally disciplined, and that has somewhat helped her throughout these 70 years. It has enabled her to deal with all things and not allow things to overwhelm her. It goes a long way towards explaining her ability to be able to still be working at this age." Meanwhile, a source also revealed the royal has been able to keep things separate between family and official issues to a certain extent. It comes as it was revealed the Queen is set to enjoy a new normal Christmas this year and may even appear in public for the first time since early autumn. The 95-year-old monarch has either been resting or undertaken only light desk duties following a mystery health scare, which has been concealed from the public. But she has been given the go-ahead by doctors to throw her annual private pre-festive seasonal party for extended family members for the first time since 2019, the Mail can reveal. This year, however, it will take place at Windsor Castle and not Buckingham Palace, where it has traditionally been held for several decades. I'm going to stop there because as of today, this article is about 2 days old, but as of today, the pre-family Christmas lunch that they usually have has actually been cancelled due to the new variant that is floating around over here in the UK. On the brighter side of things, interest rates have risen over here in the UK, so I guess, we will have more financial interest on our savings and investments. But with that, mortgage rates seem to have risen as well. Just to conclude, there you have it. They're not having the Christmas lunch, which of course is a family tradition, and it's always nice for the PR and the paparazzi and the newspapers to get images of them coming out for a walk. And Kate always wears something that is eco-friendly and recycled from her wardrobe for that Christmas event. That's all come to an end for now because of what's going on. And as I said, 1 week we're doing this, the next week it's all cancelled. There's been a lot of instability in general, and I just personally feel as though the Queen has been somewhat really affected by all of this, and she probably doesn't really want to go out and socialise and see the rest of the family, which may serve her, it may not serve her. With all that being said, guys, I will be back with another video. Bye, guys.